go. All right. Oh my gosh, what a mission. What's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
What's up? What's up? All right, give me a couple of minutes because, man, we had a crazy half an hour trying to figure this thing out. Whew, man, this is a mission. All right, all right, all right. Let me go real quick. I'm going to start in a few minutes, but, man. Oh, okay. Perfect, perfect. All right, we got two people on. Oh, no. All right, cool, cool.
No, keep it in here.
All right, all right. Whew. Hope you guys are doing good. All right. Another minute or two. Whew. I hope you guys are doing good. What's up, everybody? This is Emmanuel, as you already know, because I do most of my videos. And this is my beautiful, lovely chocolate woman of God, Kiana Obaje. Oh, man. So let me tell you what happened. All right. Hopefully more people come in. But let me tell you what happened. So we had planned to go live at 3:30 at the park, 5 minutes away from us. It turns out that service was acting up and it didn't want to go live. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, let's do it at 4 in this other smaller park area 5 minutes away from us as well. And it worked out at first for a little bit. And then I was like, okay, cool, it's gonna work out. Let me, reschedule and this and that. And it didn't work out, which was annoying. But anyways, we are here. And we're going to be talking about something super exciting, as you guys already know, because you guys see the title. You see the title on it, all right? And pretty much as you see in the title, we have paid off one of our cars. Yes, boy! That's what it's, that's how it is. All right. So, we're going to get into this, man, because I'm super excited. We made this last payment just yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday I made the last payment. However, she did not know I was going to make the payment. I did it on purpose. So can you tell us, or can you tell them how it happened? What did I do? What did I say to you, and why I didn't tell you I made the payment? Go ahead, share.
Well, yesterday I think I was sitting on the couch grading papers, maybe, and that's when you came over and you said, "Babe, I want to tell you something." And of course, like, our minds typically go to the negative. So I thought he was going to tell me something bad, something negative. And he started off by saying, first, I want to thank you for everything that you do. So I was like, okay, he's going to tell me something I don't want to hear. And so, it took me a little while to like let my guard down. And then he started telling me how he's thankful for everything I do, and then working and switching the job switches that I made in the last few months. And we've been able to increase our income slightly. And so he was saying all of that stuff. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, where are you going with this? And he said, I just want to let you know that we we finally own our car. We paid off our car. And I was super excited. And by then I was like, already, okay, it's nothing bad. It's actually the very opposite. And, just celebrated in that little moment. And, I guess Emmanuel, he likes surprises. So me, I'm kind of in the middle. But I guess I figured that he wanted to do it that way just to kind of get me, I don't know what's the word, interested in what you were going to say. And that's why you didn't tell me what you were doing at the table. Plus, I was already doing something, so I wasn't going to bother him anyways. So it was kind of like the perfect moment. But we now own one of our cars. We don't owe any money on that
right.
car anymore. And it's really liberating. We still have two more debts to pay off,
which we'll talk about.
But it's kind of like, you have all of these boulders, and each boulder represents a debt that you owe. And every time you pay off that debt or you fulfill that debt, that boulder comes off. So the load gets lighter and lighter and lighter. So, this isn't going to stop us from going hard on the last two debts. Like, we're not going to slack off, but it's just very reassuring to know that what we're doing and the formula that we're using actually works. So it was very encouraging, to hear him say those words to me, like, we paid off our car, we own our car. And I get to see that, this is actually working. We had 9 debts when we got married, and it was our combined debt, and now we have 2. So hopefully by the end of next year, we'll be completely debt free.
Awesome. So before I continue, all right, I just want to shout out for those that are watching. I see 5 people that's watching. Please let us know who you are. I see Ray. What up, my brother? God bless. Thank you for chiming in. If you guys have any questions, I want this to be kind of interactive as well, because it is a live, and I want you guys to, put any questions or any, I don't know, encouragement, motivation, whatever the case may be. But let us continue talking about this journey, specifically on our car. So we finance. So we have 2 cars. So the car that we paid off is a 2016 Kia Forte, right? We financed that car last April, 2019 of April, at around $14K. And if we made minimum payments until the last one, it would taken us 4.5 years to pay off the car. But because we were going hard, because we were hustling, and me doing Uber and Lyft, all that kind of stuff, and being wise with our money, we were able to pay off this car in 1 year and 7 months, right? That is amazing. Less than 2 years. Most people, and this is not bragging, all right? This is the reality. Most people cannot pay off a $14 car in less 2 years for different reasons, right? And for some are legitimate reasons and whatnot, But for us, if we didn't do what we did since we got married 2 years ago, pretty much, we would not be in this stage right now. We started off paying off debt. When we got married, we had $65,000 or $67,000 of debt, and now a year or 2 years later, we have about $32,000 left. So we started off with 9 different debt combined, and now we only have 2 of them. We only have 2. That's amazing, man. Listen, I don't even know. Like, it feels different now that I can drive my car and know that I own it. All right, it doesn't belong to the company where I got it from. It belongs totally to me. All I gotta do is worry about making payments on insurance. That's all I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So I can do whatever to my car. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about paying more money for what it's worth, because it does depreciate. So I'm happy, and it's a relief, So the next debt that we're working on is her debt. Wow, is her car. Really, it's our car, but I say her because she's the one that drives that car all the time. Mm-hmm. And then her student loan, the student loan that's under her name. And like she said a few minutes ago, hopefully, God willing, by the end of next year, or around this time, pretty much, we will be completely debt free. And what's amazing, just thinking about it, all the money that we've been paying or putting towards debt this whole year, that's going to reverse. That's actually not reverse. That's going to go on the snowball. The money's going to be rolling on the other side once we become debt free. What do I mean? Meaning that instead of putting money towards debt every month, that is going to be in our savings account. Mm-hmm. So In 6 months, we're going to have 5-digit numbers for savings. And something that we don't do, right? Something that most people can't even do in 6 months, whether single, married, or whatever the case may be. Like, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, again, well, number one, that's God's provision because, like I said, we've had both of us in the last 2 years of our marriage have had major changes as far as income and jobs and things like that. So we're only able to do what we do as far as paying off debt and being able to, save. And come closer to save to baby steps number 3, which is saving 3 to 6 months of
Fully funded emergency.
fully funded emergency fund. And that's only because of the grace of God and how He's been able to transition us even in marriage, which is already, like those of you that know, it's already a roller coaster in and of itself. So really, it's just a blessing to be able to sit here and really just look back on our journey and see where we're at now.
Definitely. And you know what? I know that many people, I do get direct messages or private messages from different people. They're asking me how do we do it or what are some tips, and they're motivated. But let me tell you guys, even though we come out on these videos talking about our debt-free journey and the accomplishment, behind all these videos is a lot of hard work. Behind this video was not perfection. All right. What's up, Kurtisha? Yeah.
Hi, Kurtisha.
Thanks for coming in, girl. So you already got the news. My title says it all. But yes, so it was not perfection, guys. Just because we budget, just because we say no to things, whatever. There are times. What up, Darius? What up, my brother? Just because we do all those things doesn't mean it's perfect. Because listen, there are times that I you know what? One of the things that we spend more money on than we should is on food. I mean, meaning going out to eat. We're better than before, but sometimes we just get caught up because that's just the way it is. And I'm not saying that we can't eat out, but we can do better. We're not always 100%, but we are so good at it that we came this far.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we first got married, it was a mess. Learning how to budget and cutting costs, this and that. And some of the things that we had to cut a lot was saying no to eating out a lot, to restaurants, friends inviting us. Listen, you may feel weird or awkward, but I can go to a restaurant with friends and not eat anything. I'm fine with that. My wife can't do that. I don't think so. She just feels awkward. Like everybody's eating.
Sometimes it depends. It depends where we're at.
Yeah.
And it depends on the time of day. Like if I haven't eaten all day and I go somewhere and there's food around, I'm gonna want to eat.
Yeah, and I'm a social butterfly. People invite me out to eat or out somewhere, I want to be there. But if I know I'm on a budget and I didn't budget this food or whatever the case may be, I'll go just to hang out. And you know what? Let me be honest with you. Almost 100%, like 99.9% of the time, for some reason, I always wind up getting food without paying for it. That's just always the case. But I just, we had to cut that because of, how many, we all like to hang out. Imagine eating out all the time with friends. Like, no, that catches up, that adds up, into our bank account. And so we had to say no to that a lot. We say no to, we cut a lot of subscriptions. We have maybe 2 or 3 or maybe 2 subscriptions, but even though they're low, but we don't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we have. I think we have 1 right now. I don't remember, but right now we don't really have any subscription. We cut a lot of things out.
So it's from small things like cutting off subscriptions, which is all of it is temporary, but that's a very small thing, like a Spotify subscription. I had Spotify Premium. I listen to music every single day. Every day. I can't go a day without listening to music. And of course, ads are annoying. But I mean, that's very minor. So it's from small sacrifices to big sacrifices, like not discontinuing, but halting.
Mm-hmm.
My plans of going to graduate school, because I was looking into that by the time we got married and we had a talk, and it was very hard, but I'm looking at the long term, and what the end is going to look like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's small sacrifices and big sacrifices that
Definitely,
we had to make.
definitely. And you know what's amazing about all this? And if you guys can go into my playlist and you can find the video, it's actually in my description, I think. There's a video that I uploaded back in July, and I was talking about how our next smallest debt that we're gonna pay off is the car, and that it would take us 4 to 5 months to pay it off. And we are exactly on the fourth month.
Mm-hmm.
We were right there, and we paid off this car. Like we wrote that goal. We made sure that I had to make that side hustle, every day to get that money every month. Right, Katisha? You remember that? I literally said 4 to 5 months, and look at that. We're almost at the end of coming into December, and we paid it off. Man, it is a relief, man. Like you don't even know. And I'm not even like, even though we have $32,000 of debt, we're not even really stressing because we paid off 8 other debt or 7 other debt, but we still have that goal in place to be debt free by next year. Because especially in 2022, I'm not gonna say it, but we are planning a nice big trip somewhere in the world for our big celebration. And that's going to be our first trip together out, into a different country. But you guys will know later on, towards like next year or something like that. But we're super excited. We're going to go hard. Just because we have 32K left doesn't mean we're going to slow down, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're going to, sit back for a whole month. No, because listen, a whole month of not paying debt or the amount that we will pay can be a big delay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that could throw us off big time. So there's no way that we're gonna slouch and just chill. Yeah, there's days I get tired. There's days that I probably don't even do it. But then I pick myself up like, okay, now I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. For those that don't know, I work a 9 to 5. She works on, I don't know what the hours are, week hours. You work from like at 7 to 3:30, but she don't even come home to like 5, maybe 5:30. Monday through Thursdays after work, I go out and do Uber and Lyft. I don't even get home. I wake up early in the morning to come home like at 10:30 at night while she's here. And I told her yesterday, I thank you for being on the same page with me, for being patient, because, I don't know what goes through your mind. I know you told me sometimes you feel lonely, maybe you feel down because I'm not home and you miss me. And when I come home, I go straight to the bed and like kiss her, and she turns into like a little girl, and like she misses me.
I don't turn into a little girl, but I am happy to see you.
Come on, why you gotta deny it? You know how you
I'm
get.
Not denying
you know how you get.
But yes, it's difficult sometimes. But again, like that's just the human part. You kind of grow weary, but at the end of the day, I also remind myself that this is temporary. It's not something it's not going to be like this all the time. So
yeah, it's definitely temporary. And I know, guys, I know it's hard. Everybody in the chat or everybody in the world has different circumstances: married, not married, single, making a lot of money, not making a lot of money, spouse is not working, COVID hit, job loss, whatever the case may be. This does not mean that you give up, because in the midst of COVID, even though it did not affect us financially or in any way, period, we took advantage of it and we used it for good. I'm like, we're gonna go hard and pay off debt. We're not gonna buy stuff because we're getting a stimulus check. Matter of fact, the stimulus check is what helped us pay off our credit cards, 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was a big boost, during those months. And you saw me, like, I just got super excited and more energy. I'm like, oh snap! Like, now the snowball is getting bigger and bigger and bigger to throw it into debt. Man, it just feels so great. Guys, if you have anything to say, put it in the chat. Whatever. If you have questions, if you need tips, if you are trying to be on that debt-free journey, you can always hit me up, inbox me, message me on Instagram, whatever, and we can chat with you. We can sit down and we can see what you have, because we want you to pay off debt as well, no matter what your situation is. All right. And I know you can do it. It's not an easy thing, but it's possible. Because if we can do it, you can do it. And we've seen other stories of other people that are in a horrible, horrible situation, and seeing them do it, I'm like, nah. If they can do it, we definitely can do it. Because it's like I've seen families. I think the most beautiful video I've seen of a debt-free scream on the Dave Ramsey show. This young 30-year-old woman who it was in that journey with her husband, and she has 3 kids, and her husband passed away in the midst of the journey, and it was just her and the 3 kids, and she went all the way to the extreme. Well, people may call it to the extreme, but she paid off all of her debt by herself as an assistant teacher.
Yeah,
as an
I remember
assistant,
that.
paid off a house, not just debt. She paid off her house living in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? And she did it. So I'm like, man, she could do it. And she's single and she only works as an assistant teacher. That means we can do it. And we have both money combined. What up, Violin? What up, bro? What up, Sakpa say, yo? You know, so it is possible, guys. Do not let anything get in the way. There may be some setbacks. You know, it may be just a pay cut or whatever the case may be. You know, God is, at the end of the day, God is in control. You know what I'm saying? And being debt free is not our ultimate goal. That is just one goal that we have. A short term goal, because really it's only 1 year left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a short term goal. And what do we do after that? It doesn't end there. And at the end of the day, being debt free is not where we find the joy. Money is not where we find our joy. You know what I'm saying? Our joy comes from Christ. That is who our identity is. All the other stuff are just things that God gives us, you know, as to be good stewards and to enjoy it, whether it's helping people out, whether visiting, you know, other places in the world, traveling, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, we don't need to be stressed out because of that. And thinking about kids in the future, like, man, like, we don't want our kids to be, well, they're not going to be stressed out because they're little kids, you know, but we don't want to be stressed out with so much debt in the midst of having kids. Now, I also have to clarify because, you know, some people may think differently or think I'm saying something that I'm not. There's nothing wrong to have kids while you are in debt, if you're married, of course, while you are in debt. But we just chose that path, you know, that we want to be financially stable, more financially ready, you know, before a child comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Because that, I mean, I don't have kids. I know, Katisha, you have your kids, and you know, I know your story. I read your book, and it's not easy. It is not easy. You probably know more than me, you know, in many ways. You know, but finances do play a big part when children are involved, right? Because it's no joke. It is no joke. So I just want to motivate you guys to, if you are in that journey, do not give up. You know, right now you may have to like sacrifice a lot. Right now you have to live like you have no life. Because really that's pretty much my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have a life, if you want to say it like that. Monday through Thursday, just work and then side hustle and come home. And that's it. And most of the time I'm not even tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get tired. I become a human being. I get tired when I get home at night, but it's not even that serious. I guess because of the debt that we're paying off and the momentum that we're going, that overpowers me being tired, and I just get even more happier and excited. You know, so I am super, super, super excited for the journey. And mark my words, guys, whenever we are debt free, God willing, next year, we are going to Tennessee to do a debt-free screen at the Dave Ramsey. I don't know what you call the building, but where Dave Ramsey Solutions.
Yeah.
Beautiful big building. I've seen a little bit of the inside and then just the outside, but I can't wait to go in person. What up, Andrew? So yeah, we're gonna be do a debt-free screen. You know, that's not why we want to be debt-free, but I think it's just a fun experience. Let's go over there. Let's do it. Let's do it as part of a travel, a small little travel. Let's go to Tennessee, you know, and just do that debt-free screen. It's gonna be live. You know, you guys will be able to see the video. You know, we share a testimony and whatnot. And at the end of the day, we do this for the glory of God. You know, in love of Him and in love for people. because we know people are in the same journey, and we want you guys and them to do what they need to do. You know, and you guys can find me. Some of you have my number. Some of you guys are on my Facebook and Instagram. You guys can find me. You can always hit me up. Let me know, like, yo, I need some tips, or what do I do with this, or what at that. I got you. I'm gonna charge you $200 a minute. No, I'm playing. I got you, though. I got you. So with that being said, I don't know if you want to say some last words before we go off.
Yeah, I guess just for anybody else that's on the journey, the debt-free journey, paying off debt and experiencing, challenges and difficulties, just know that, there's a finish line, and you just have to keep pushing through and don't give up. Expect that there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be bumps in the road. It wouldn't be a journey without those things. It's not always smooth sailing. So just continue to follow the plan. And as always, keep your eyes on Christ, because it's not just about the journey, but who you're doing it for. And it's God, like I said before, God is the one that gives us every good thing that we have to enjoy. And the only reason why we're even able to be at this point in our debt-free journey is because the Lord has provided for us. So that's really the main point of all of this, is that God is glorified and that his name is magnified in all of this. It's not about us. It's not about the money in the bank. It's not about any of that. Yes, all of that is good, but God is good. He is the only one that is truly, truly good. And everything that we have are just things. He's the giver of those good things. So you have to have that perspective in order to really know why you're doing what you're doing. And, to everyone that is on that journey, God bless you. Just keep pushing, moving forward, and don't give up. Yeah.
Amen, amen. So before we go out, I just want to give a couple of shout outs as more thank yous. I just want to thank the people I want to shout out. I'm going to probably miss some names, but I just want to thank those that have been in the journey with me, hearing my story, listening to my feedback, listening to my tips, being motivated by me. I want to thank my brother Rod, who now is like my neighbor. Yeah, you can knock on the door anytime, bro. And he's my coworker. I want to thank him. He's always listen to my journey and see what I'm up to. And he already knows at the end of the shift at work, he already knows that I'm out to go do Uber. At 5 o'clock, I'm out, or 4:30. I also want to thank Katisha. I want to thank Stephanie Grace as well, as you always hearing my story and whatnot, giving you updates about the journey that we're in. David as well, Brittany J, and the other Brittany, Iman. There's a bunch of people that names that are coming to my mind, but I just want to thank you guys and for listening to me while I talk about this journey, and just keep us in prayers, because we need it. Again, there's days that we get tired, and weary, but God is with us. So I want to also thank Jasmine Joseph. All right, shout out to Jasmine Joseph. I interviewed her last week. If you have not watched the video, it was a fun, interactive with a lot of laughs. Jasmine, she just came out with what we call my budget binder. It's a 6-month binder for budgeting. It just came out the other day, and I think it's on pre-order or pre-sale or whatever. But hop on that. I shout out to her. She's an entrepreneur and all that kind of stuff, and that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Andrew, we got you. So guys, thank you so much for hearing or listening to us and watching us. Feel free to hit me up. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Peace. God bless.